A confused, soaking wet, beet red Donald Trump had another series of brain failures while attacking Joe Biden's brain during a rally, essentially at his own house in Doral, Florida. Biden with 18 public events this week, Trump just home golfing, finally holds a rally, can't even be bothered to leave his house. My favorite moment, Trump referring to himself in the third person while reading the teleprompter. They make fun of Joe Biden reading teleprompter instructions. Trump getting confused. Instead of saying says sayes, and then refers to himself as President Trump. It's bizarre. It's a bizarre, confused moment. See if you can understand it.
Energy dominant again. Yes, oh yes, and quickly, says President Trump.
Yes, oh yes, and quickly, says President Trump. Okay. And that was basically the theme and MO of this entire rally. Trump challenging President Biden to another debate.
So tonight I'm officially offering Joe the chance to redeem himself in front of the entire world. So Marco and Byron and everybody, here's what we're going to do. You guys can be referees if you like. Let's do another debate this week so that Sleepy Joe Biden can prove to everyone all over the world that he has what it takes to be president. But this time it will be man to man, no moderators, no holes barred. Just name the place, anytime, anywhere.
So a very, very warm day in Florida, and Trump absolutely soaking wet. Looks like he's greased up for a boxing match. It's wild. Despite trying to distance himself from Project 2025 this week, Donald Trump saying that he will round up millions of Latinos into detention camps. And of course, this is a classic part of Project 2025.
And on day one, we will begin the largest domestic deportation operation in the history of our country. We have no choice.
Yep. That's the plan where, despite saying that President Obama was going to put everybody in camps, it is actually Trump who's going to put migrants in camps for subsequent deportation. The roundups will start. This is straight out of Project 2025. So despite Trump claiming he has no idea about it, no clue, no connection, he's certainly supporting a lot of the things in Project 2025. In addition to challenging President Biden to a debate, Trump challenged President Biden to a golf match, I guess you would say.
I'm also officially challenging Crooked Joe to an 18-hole golf match right here. On Doral's Blue Monster, considered one of the greatest tournament golf courses anywhere in the world, one of the great courses of the world. It will be among the most watched sporting events in history, maybe bigger than the Ryder Cup or even the Masters.
There you go. So Trump, I guess just because he's been playing so much golf, thinks, I don't know, we can solve this election by golfing. And then the anecdotes really started to show the evidence of Trump's crumbling brain. Trump with a story about a beautiful waitress who's just as beautiful on the inside as she is on the outside. And then somehow that leads him to talking about Chris Christie's obesity. It's a very strange moment. But to be frank, many of us have come to expect this sort of stuff.
That's supposed to be a little bit Democrat territory, but we're leading in Nevada, and a waitress came over, beautiful waitress, and I never like talking about physics. She's beautiful inside, because you never talk about a person's look, ever. You never mention it. The other day, I got very angry. Some man called Chris Christie fat, and I said, sir, and then he said he was a pig. I said, sir, Chris Christie is not a fat pig. Please remember that. He is not a fat pig. Please take it back. And the guy's looking at me like, really? No, we have to defend people. You can't call people fat.
See, this makes much more sense to vote for than Biden, because Biden got confused at the debate, right? Then you see this stuff, you go, wait a second, I'm not an idiot. Why would I vote for this instead of Biden? It makes no sense. Trump refreshing his Hannibal Lecter rant. I continue to believe that Trump might think of Hannibal Lecter as a historical figure rather than the character played by the great Anthony Hopkins in Silence of the Lambs. I am getting the growing impression that Trump thinks Hannibal Lecter is a historical figure.
Did anyone ever see the lovely movie Silence of the Lambs? Did you see it? Did you ever hear of Hannibal Lecter? He was a lovely man. He would love to have you for dinner. He will take you. You had many people for dinner. Well, we have a lot of people coming in. They always say, oh, that's terrible, that Trump would say. He is rambling about Hannibal Lecter. No, I'm not rambling. We are allowing people from insane asylums and mental institutions into our country by the tens of thousands, and they're closing them down in other countries. You know the cost savings?
All right, so Trump with his Hannibal Lecter rant, and then chillingly, and this is a reminder of what's at stake in this election. You can't forget it. Trump says that if he becomes president, he will take over the city of Washington, D.C.
We will take over the horribly run capital of our nation in Washington, D.C., and clean it up, renovate it, and rebuild our capital city so that it's no longer a nightmare of murder and crime, but rather it will become the most beautiful capital anywhere in the world. Right now, if you leave Florida, oh, let's go, darling. Let's look at the Jefferson Memorial. Let's look at the Washington Monument. Let's go and look at some of the beautiful scenes, and you end up getting shot, mugged, raped. We're going to take over our capital, and we're going to run it tough and smart, and we're going to beautify it.
So Trump really with some scary ideas about what he's going to do. And then, of course, as usual, as is often the case lately, about 100 degrees, people waiting to get in with no shade, limited water, and Trump complaining about the temperature at the rally.
You know, it's only 103 degrees out here. So, you know, they built all these, they call them, sir, we have many water spots. I said, what about one for me? Do I have one? I don't have one, Marco. They gave water spots. Everybody has, they call it a water spot. Where water comes out, you get, they don't have anything for me. I'm being drenched up here.
There you go. All right. And he is absolutely soaking wet. And then lastly, Donald Trump claiming that his son, Don Jr., has a great wife. It just so happens Don Jr. is not married.
So hard, so smart, has a great wife, as does Don. Oh, you like Laura, right?
All right. So he says Don Jr. has a great wife. Don Jr. is not married. So a confused rally, but a reminder, we cannot forget that whatever you think of Biden's performance at the debate, and it wasn't good, right? I don't deny that. It wasn't good. He didn't tell the hundreds of lies that Trump told, but it wasn't a good performance. Whatever you think about it, this is the alternative. I'm certainly not voting for this. We all know someone who's been the victim of identity theft or accidentally downloading a virus, and it costs time, money, maybe your personal files. And what I've used for years to keep my devices safe from malware is Malwarebytes. I've been using this for years and years before they ever became a sponsor. And it's because Malwarebytes is just the standard. It gets great scores from the independent cybersecurity labs. It's almost always the top choice from consumer tech publications. CNET, for example, just declared Malwarebytes the best malware removal service of 2024. Malwarebytes' expertise and dedication to cybersecurity excellence just sets them apart from the other antivirus companies. They catch all kinds of threats that antiviruses often don't. You get comprehensive real-time protection against a huge variety of online threats, and it will detect and remove existing malware already on your devices as well. And now you can get the Identity Theft Protection Bundle to protect your entire family's personal information with live monitoring, alerts, recovery assistance, and up to $1 million in identity theft insurance. Malwarebytes has a special deal only for the David Pakman Show. You can get any Malwarebytes subscription for 50% off. That's half off at malwarebytes.com/Pakman. That's malwarebytes.com/Pakman to get half off your subscription. The link is in the podcast notes.